This video is for the Political Science Class 364, and I will be arguing that the Trump administration is correct in changing the national security focus from non-state to state actors. While terrorism and transnational criminal organizations are and will continue to be a national security threat to the United States and the world, the growing threat from China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran, if not countered, will destabilize their associated regions while decreasing the United States' influence. As a result, the national security strategy is now focused on state actors. Terrorist and transnational criminal organizations, while an ever-present threat, can be managed by the ever-constant vigilance and counteractions of the United States and allies, law enforcement agencies, and military. The United States must not ignore these threats, but they can be managed without being the national security strategy's focus. The national security strategy now focuses on global revisionist powers and rogue dictatorships. The former consists of China and Russia, and the latter of North Korea and Iran. Both revisionist powers and rogue dictatorships threaten regional stability while countering the influence of the United States, though on different scales. China is experiencing an increase in social issues as a result of its populace becomes upset with the government's performance in improving their lives. As a result, China's ruling class, the Chinese Communist Party, is afraid of losing its power. In preparation, the CCP is building up and modernizing its military and utilizing it to project its power into the South China Sea. This serves to destabilize the region by threatening international trade in the region's nations. Russia is moving to undermine the United States' global influence by undermining its democracy and the European belief in a NATO defense. It is accomplishing this through continued cyber attacks, economic threats in the form of energy and infrastructure controls, and identifying and addressing its national security weaknesses. Russia is addressing weaknesses in its national security by ensuring its Blackwater access in the Crimea, investing in a modernization of its military, and expanding its cyber capabilities. Iran sees the growing threats of Saudi Arabia and Israel, along with the U.S. presence in Iraq and Afghanistan, as national security threats. As a result, Iran is implementing a strategy of forward defense and supports friendly groups throughout the region. It uses these groups for terrorism in order to influence the region. Iran has long been and continues to be the lead terrorist sponsor and calls for destruction of the United States. The North Korean regime is dealing with internal threats from its own people as famine and the education of the populace on the state of the outside world is causing unrest. While the regime can easily handle the unrest through the repressing of its people, the international community attempts to counter these human rights violations. North Korea has aggressively pursued procurement and now the improvement of its nuclear capabilities as it views this as the key to its survival. Nuclear capabilities coupled with the buildup of cyber and ballistic missile capabilities would enable North Korea to dissuade the international community from interfering in its domestic affairs. The United States must focus and align its national security strategy to counter the actions of these countries as they continue to threaten the world order.